everybody.
Walk on through the rain, walk on through the wind, walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, however it goes. I'm just starting to realize that that's what Klopp was referencing when he talked about the weather. But it's pretty nasty out there, and I got a new kind of, not like a respect from what Klopp is saying, because if I was a manager, I still would never bring that up, because as you can see, you can still score goals. But the wind is crazy. There was a ball there at one point that was going to Salah, and it had a weird bounce back, but it was from the wind. So it's stuff out there. It's snowing, raining, but you can still get goals. So look, I owe a slight apology to Lallana. He's been one of the guys of the match so far, to my surprise, in my opinion. Hunting back, tracking the ball, knocking the ball away. He's the reason why we got that second goal. Pressing, diving in, not giving up, getting the ricochet. So hats off to Lallana. He must have been working really, really hard in training, and I can't say that it's not showing. He had a nice little early ball in the box that was decent. So Lallana definitely hasn't been a weak point in the game. So yeah, he is. Lallana's really trying to prove us wrong. Says Mama. You want to say anything?
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad that Lalana's doing this. Hopefully, he could get a goal or assist. He could keep on.
Yeah, I mean, it was just good. This is what Burnley do. They play this style of football with Sean Dyche, but honestly, you got to give him credit because let's not forget they were in Europe last season. Somehow, someway, they were seventh, I believe, and they got in Europe. Didn't do anything, and even this season, they're beating teams, getting results against teams that you probably wouldn't think that they would. So, got to give them credit. But, it's clearly impeding the keeper on that goal. It's a lucky shot in the first place. But, hats off to them. This is their whole plan. They crowd the box, get 8 to 9 guys around the keeper, try to be physical with them, knock them off, and get a goal. This is what they do. So, we can blame the refs. We can whatever. We have to not allow that to happen. If Matip doesn't even hit the ball out the way he does, they don't even get that goal. So it's things like that we got to be a bit better at. But again, it's great to see them bounce back from the 1-0 down. Same thing happened at Turf Moor. They went up 1-0. I never had any thought or doubt that this game's gonna get away from us. Burnley are pure garbage. After I just said that they're decent and they went to Europe, yes, but they're garbage really. I mean, they're not. I mean, they play this kind of physical, want to be physical, balls in the air, second chances. They're not a really good team. And I never really thought that they would give much threat against us, to be honest. Fabinho is a shield. Allow Genie and Alonso to play the game. Yeah, Fabinho hasn't been great to me in the first half, though. He hasn't been awful, but he hasn't been great. His awareness seems to be slightly off today. Getting the ball, not realizing the guy's coming on from him, letting the ball coming right to him not being able to really corral it. So he hasn't had his best first half to me, but I think we'll be fine. Got to get another goal. This game is not over, and I say that because it's only just 2-1, and we know that Burnley could come up with one of these fluke set pieces or whatever. We got to keep getting the goals as much as we can and put this game away. So again, I'm just proud of the spirit, proud to see the guys go down 1-0, but also be able to bounce back. It's not on point today, Mame, and I'm glad you brought that up because that's probably the last talking point I'm gonna mention here before we go back and watch the game. And the game against Watford was a really, really good game. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, is this something we can really expect to see from Trent consistently? Is it really? I think he's a great young player, and I don't believe this whole foolishness. I think Redman TV put a video out saying that we don't rate him high enough, we don't appreciate him enough, or something like that. Let's just stop. I know he's a scouter and all that. He's a good player. Anybody with 2 eyes can see that, but his delivery needs to be more consistent, on par with what he did in the Watford game, and we're just not seeing that. And again, I know it's windy and all that, but we need to see a bit more of that consistency from Trent, one way or another. Whether it be from set pieces, whether it be from him getting the ball there on the right, on the counter, putting balls in. Just hasn't really been that good since Watford, really. And it's not like he hasn't had the chances. So, but again, all in all, I really just want to say respect to Lallana because he's playing his butt off. And you forget that side of Lallana that he showed us, the hurrying players, the pressing, the quick of mind, quick of pace. He's not the most gifted player, I don't think, but he uses what he has. He uses what he has. So, shout out to him, playing a really good game. Firmino, for me, is still a bit off the pace. I don't know what that's about. Look, Sadio Mane is our best forward player. I'm going to say it now. Sadio Mane is easily our best forward player. Yet again, he comes up, trumps, knows from Lallana and the ricochet and all that, but somehow, some way, Sadio Mane continues to score. I think that's 5 or 6 in a row at home that he scored goals for us. So Mane is the man up front for us. So yeah, I mean, again, I don't really see Burnley really hurting us. I can see maybe Crouch coming on at the end of the game sometime in the second half to get these long balls and maybe get ahead on one of them. But we should be able to wrap this up. I'm thinking 3 or 4-1 at this point. Should be a clean sheet. We know what happened. It is what it is. It really irritates me conceding a goal to a team like that. But it happened. It is what it is. As long as we get the win, it doesn't really matter. So, any final thoughts? You sure?
Yeah.
All right, guys. See you at the end of the game.